I never thought I'd fall in love with a pile of rust. But there she was, a 1970 BMW 2002, parked like a forgotten relic in my uncle's backyard. Faded paint, cracked leather seats, spiderwebs that looked like they'd filed a property claim. She was less vintage beauty and more metallic compost. Why this car? Simple. My dad used to have one. He sold it before I was born. He said it was to buy a washing machine, but I suspect it was to escape the oil stains on the driveway. So part nostalgia, part midlife crisis. Yes, at 28, I decided to bring this car back to life. The first challenge, just getting her on a trailer. The wheels had fused with the earth, like they were in a committed relationship. The local tow guy called it rescuing a ghost. The restoration began with the great cleaning. It was less cleaning and more archaeology. I found old wrenches, a petrified mouse nest, and a cassette tape labeled Disco Inferno fitting. Then came the engine tear down. That little M10 engine looked like it had survived the apocalypse. I spent more time soaking bolts in penetrating oil than I did talking to actual people. Every bolt felt like a boss level in a video game, unpredictable and likely to cause rage quits. But there were small victories. The day I got the engine block cleaned and repainted felt like winning an Oscar for best performance in a garage. And let's not talk about rewiring, the only time in my life I've said, I miss carburetors, and actually meant it. Painting was a spiritual moment. I chose the original Baikal blue, and as the fresh paint dried under the sun, I swear I saw the ghost of Bavarian engineers nodding in approval. Then came the start. The moment I turned the key, my heart thumped like a bass drum. The engine cranked, sputtered, coughed, and then, as if clearing its throat after a long nap, roared. I screamed. Not a cool mechanic's yeah kind of scream, a high-pitched man-child squeal. It was alive. After months of busted knuckles, coffee-fueled nights, and swearing that would make a sailor blush, she lived. The first drive was a short loop around the block, but it felt like the Monaco Grand Prix. The gears clicked like a well-written symphony. The engine purred, well, growled politely, and people actually waved, probably because they thought I was a movie character. And as I drove, I realized this wasn't just about a car. It was about patience, persistence, and the joy of watching something broken become whole again. Kind of like me, actually. So yeah, I restored a 1970 BMW 2002. Took rust, tears, time, and way too much grease remover. But I'd do it all over again, because sometimes the best way to find yourself is to rebuild something that once seemed lost. And if not, well, at least now I've got a cooler midlife crisis than a treadmill and a protein shake.